Just waiting for a few more people, and I'm waiting for Josie. And there she is.
What up?
Hi. What's going on?
Hey,
What's going on? You
I'm a little. Thank you. I almost lost track of time. I was like, oh shit, it's 12:02.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
What's up?
What's going on?
Let's. Nothing much. Can you hear me well? Is my connection okay?
I hear you perfect.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So no, I can. I can. I think there's like a little delay, so I'm just gonna like work with it.
Okay.
I feel like I should be taller or higher. I don't know. This is a weird setup.
My
Wait, is this how usually it is?
my chair is pretty high.
You're breaking.
What? Do you hear me now?
Yeah, it sounded like you're breaking. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you like a little bit of time because I feel like, oh, the hoops are out, bitch. The
Oh,
hoops are out. The hoops are out. Hold on, let me lower this. So, how are you? I just want
oh,
to say we're gonna say hi to everyone now because we
every
can't like
and
we can't like
join in the conversation and stuff like that too. We also this is a judgment zone because Josie judges on everything.
Josie is here.
Yes, you judge on.
We were talking.
I'm the night.
We were having a conversation.
Yeah,
See, there's the delay.
I know.
we we were having a conversation before and she was like, well, this is a no judgment zone. And I was like, actually, this is a judgment zone because I'm here and I judge.
I. That's why I still tell her everything though.
That's why you do, because you know I'm going to tell you the truth.
That's why I know that we're like both real and shit too. So, hey,
First of all, how are you and how's your day and all
so
that?
better now that I see my wifey.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know how.
we need this. Yo, you're going in and out and it's annoying me, but whatever.
We have to work with it.
So it's midnight. It's midnight here.
Okay.
And I don't know. This quarantine has got me like a little, I don't know, it's kind of like a way of life now, so it's cool. But at
I
the same
know, but
time, like, yeah, like people need to understand that this is like our creative outlet.
yeah,
Like this is like we need to do this. And the reason Josie and Alana hadn't been on in a while, I had joined Let's Get Loud and all the other stuff is because my Wi-Fi was non-existent and I finally got my shit together and I'm finally able to like, thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah.
and she has her shit.
Um,
So now we're all good.
yeah, thank you.
You are.
Okay.
I got your back.
Thank you. I appreciate you. So as you all probably know, like Alana and I talk about like a bunch of stuff, like a lot of things on a daily basis.
Nonsense.
Um, what?
We talk about relevant things and nonsense, and we just talk about everything. Cause you know that
But then,
she's my person.
yeah, yeah. So we talk about everything. I'm sorry, this feels weird. Like I feel like I should be up here. I just like I'm so tempted to say hi, and then I can't say hi. So one of the things we were
You,
talking about was,
I mean, you can say hi
huh?
to people. Don't be rude.
No, I'm not, because once I say hi, it's
That's
like
it. It's a big thing, and that's it. It's over.
I have to say hi to everyone.
It's over. That's it.
So it's over. Oh man, I forgot.
What'd you forget? I remember.
I have my mask.
You're in the house.
This mask is actually, I know. I just wanted to show you that this is like a designer mask actually.
Designed by who?
But, oh, actually No, for real. This is like actually a Greek. It's not, he's not proud to design. Like he's really humble, but this mask is like really nice material. Like it's really nice and it's washable and like reusable
Oh, nice.
or whatever. Um,
So let's get right to it.
yeah. So,
So topic of the day.
you're freezing and I don't know.
It might be you. What are you
You're
smoking?
freezing.
What are you smoking?
What?
What are you smoking?
So what's going on with you?
So I have a question for you. Obviously, we posted this on Instagram and stuff like that. Do titles in a relationship matter? If you're solid with the person and you have a great connection and everything, does that title really matter?
Well, I would like to get into this by saying that I did a poll. And do titles matter to you when you're involved with someone? 52% of people said yes, and 48% said no.
Same,
And now I think it's important to know, huh?
same thing for my poll. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's important to know that it wasn't just women, but it was many men who actually also said yes,
Right.
it matters. And I feel like, and I also got some responses if you want me to go ahead. Like a friend of mine said, for me, yes, at this age, yes. And so I think age is definitely a factor because I think the older you get, the less you want to waste your time not knowing where you're going.
Right.
It's not a matter of girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever. It's a matter of essentially when you know like essentially a title is where we stand, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's where we stand because like if you're my boyfriend and we're exclusive,
I'm your wife.
I know that, right, you're my wife. Now we have like different, but you know where you stand and you know like what's going on. You're not like just messing with someone for fucking 2 years and then all that and it's like, oh, well, we were never a thing.
Right.
I'm sorry.
To me,
So I feel like,
I don't know, to me, titles it's just a word. Like, title, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, is just a word. You gotta go along with that title. If you could easily say, oh yeah, that's my boyfriend and that's my girlfriend, but at the end of the day, if they're treating you like shit, then what difference does that title make?
of course, no, you're right about
But
that.
you don't, then there's some situations where there's no title, but you know that like you're solid with each other, you're real with each other, you have that connection and everything. But at the end of the day, you don't need.
But how do you know where you stand? Like you could be solid in a sense of like you have a great relationship, you have great sex, you have great friendship, but how do you know where you actually stand if you don't talk about it? And when I say the title, I'm not just talking about the word. I mean everything that comes with the word.
Right. But I mean,
so how do you know?
To where we kind of know too, like you know right away if you want to be with the person or not be with the person, if you want to like associate with yourselves with it. And see, Kev says sometimes titles complicate things. As soon as you become a title, I don't know, I'm speaking from my experience too, as soon as you become a title, that's it. Like everything goes down the drain. But before that, we were good.
Well, I think that that's a separate issue because I feel like it's kind of like how people say get married, like you lose like certain things. I don't agree on 100% because I feel like if you live with a person,
Right.
certain things can go away, like certain passions and mysteries or whatever. But like, I mean, let me tell you, somebody else said, depends on how seriously involved with them you are, right? And somebody said something very interesting, which, well, but let's break that one down. It depends on how seriously involved with them you are.
Right.
And then I said to him, I was like, well, involved you are seriously if you don't really talk about where it's one comes with the other. It's like, okay, I'm going to tell you an example, a personal example, right? A bunch of years back, huh?
I mean, counseling, you can't bring us up. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, you're like breaking up and it's my shitty connection and it sucks. Okay,
That's
so
okay.
what I was trying to say, I don't know why it's doing this.
More.
It's so dumb. All right, so I was trying to say this. I'm sorry, the thing just keeps going. All right, so I was trying to back. I met this guy and I worked with him.
Mhm.
And um, like we hung out and like we went out and like whatever. And this was going on for a while. And I didn't really have a desire to be around anybody, to mess with anybody, because like we would see each other so frequently that it was like enough.
Right. Maybe because you keep moving.
Hello. I don't know what's
Hi.
going on, but my connection is really bad. What?
Maybe because you keep moving.
My connection is failing me.
Well, you look cute though.
Can you hear me?
I could hear you.
Yeah, but I can't say what I want to say.
So
All right,
anyway.
so blame, yeah, cosmote, man. So, uh, anyway, so after a while, everything was fine and everything was fun. But after like a year, you kind of want to know where you stand. And we stood nowhere. It was literally just that friendship, great sex, but, and after a while, because it's like you want to know because certain other opportunities may come around and you're like, do I take it? Do I leave it? And you don't want to make it awkward with the person, but at the same time, like, cheating, like,
Yeah,
so what do you do in that
it's like,
situation where
do,
you're solid in the sense of you're having together, but you're not really together?
right. But I mean, actions speak otherwise too, and everything. Yeah, a title's great. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know where you stand, but at the same time, is it really necessary? Like, from my experience too, like, I've I've been with somebody, like, when we had the title, it wasn't good. And then when we didn't have the title, that's when everything became better. Like, we stopped expecting things from one another so much and everything like that. We stopped fighting. And
Okay.
so it's, for the situation, it's actually better. Hi. Josie left. I think she lost connection. Hold on. She's back. You're back.
This is this
I
is
can't hear.
bullshit. I can hear you. I
Oh,
can still hear you, but like,
now I can hear you.
should I like phone? I'm working on my iPad. I go on my phone. I'm gonna call you from my phone. Just keep talking about your opinion. I
Okay.
mean,
All right. Hi. What up? So, as I was saying, while Josie's fixing her internet connection and stuff like that, titles to me, they don't really matter only because of the simple fact that, like I said, if your actions should say otherwise and stuff. And like, if you are solid with a person, if you have a great connection, and if you already know, like, you kind of have a feeling on where you stand with the person without even having to say anything. Do you guys agree with me or not? Or what's your... Hi.
hey, continue. I could hear you.
So,
If you have a solid connection.
yeah, but to me, it's like, you feel it. You don't need the actual title.
I disagree. I disagree. Let me tell you why.
Because I felt with a specific person, hold on, let
Mhm.
me shut this goddamn thing off. I felt like we were together. I felt friendship. I felt sex. I felt safe. I felt comfortable. I could tell them everything.
Person.
Right. But the thing was, I still didn't know where I stand at the time. Like, you want to know sometimes where you stand. It doesn't mean that it's going to make your relationship better or worse. It just means you kind of know where you stand. Unless I'm talking about a different thing. Like, you think I'm confusing something? No. It's like, it's kind of like a title of, okay, this is my girl. You know what
Right?
I mean? Regardless of whether you have an open relationship, you have threesomes, whatever, that's irrelevant. But you know that's your girl. If that's somebody you're messing with, you
No,
know that you have open horizons for
no,
everything else.
already without saying anything though.
Huh?
But wouldn't I mean obviously if you introduce somebody, you're not gonna be like, oh, this is my friend if you guys are not friends. Like,
Well,
yeah,
that's the thing. What do you introduce yourself as? Like, I've been in situations where I've been introduced as a friend, and this motherfucker knew damn well we were not friends, and I knew damn well that was not my friend, and I introduced him as a friend as well. Because it was weird because we are not boyfriend girlfriend officially, but we're not friends, meaning like
you're more than friends, but not together.
or we hadn't officialized it or whatever, you know? So like,
Do you still want like the old school thing? Be my boyfriend, check yes or no?
you don't have to check. But I do I feel like in the past I didn't really at sometimes I didn't really care, but there were
Mhm.
some other times that I did care like after messing around with like I was in a relationship for a while and then like I was single. And then
Right.
after being single for a while, when I met somebody, I was like, yo, I'm in a place right now in my life where I kind of want to know where I'm going. Like I want to know like what we're doing here. If we're just gonna bang, like let's just bang. But if we're gonna like, I need to know what's going on. I
I mean,
don't.
like I agree with what you're saying too, but at the end of the day, like um, it in my head it doesn't really hi in my head it doesn't really matter to me only because of the simple fact that except for the whole introduction part that I agree with you on.
All that bothers you, but everything else. Well, that's where the title comes in, though.
Not
That's where the
really,
title comes in.
not really. The title comes in. Wait, what does it say? If a dude doesn't behave or give you the accurate title, what are you really doing? I mean, listen, if a dude doesn't behave whether you have a title or not, just like if a female doesn't behave whether you have a title or not, then what are you really doing? Regardless.
Well, I think the behavior that the title comes in with okay, if you, I feel like the behavior will show from the jump. If a dude is a stand-up dude or a girl is a stand-up girl, whatever, when you first meet them, they'll either tell you, yo, this is just something that I want to have fun with, or I'm looking for something more than that. And sometimes you have the situations where you meet somebody and you're not sure what's going to happen, and it kind of happens, it unravels. You know what I'm saying?
It's just
But
where it goes.
right, exactly. Actually, I wanted to, damn it.
What?
A friend of mine, but it was on my phone. A friend of mine said to me,
Titles only
um,
insecure people. I mean,
I don't think that that's, I mean, I feel like, because a friend of mine, like I said, a friend of mine who just said, at this age, yes, you want to know where you're going. It has nothing to do with security. If you're like, you know what I mean? You just kind of want to know where you stand, and there's nothing wrong with that.
but to me, you should already know where you stand. Whether you two are having like sex or, um, you should like emotionally, you should already feel it.
Right.
Just like if a
Um,
work or not, you would feel it within like I don't know the very beginning stage. Do you know what I mean? Like how me and you clicked right away and stuff like that and everything. We knew. So to me, I feel even without a title, you just know where
oh,
you stand.
really? Without a title? So you're not my wife? You don't say you're my wife to everyone? I don't say you're my wife to everyone. So I think titles
The whole
do.
conversation, and I don't know why up right now.
I just think it's a perfect example.
Uh huh.
But I'm not going to get into that right now.
We're gonna go because you just
Let's-
you keep cheating. So how does that work anyway?
I guess the title doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
Which brings me to my next point. So another friend of mine said, fuck, what did he say?
See, you
I don't
just
want to fuck it up.
the title doesn't matter.
Well, right, but let me see what he said. Damn it, where did he write this? Bear with me one moment.
To say I love, or is it okay in their actions? I actually want someone like I love hearing I love you. I do. I love hearing I love you. But you could also feel it in their actions as well. But
You need to see it in their actions.
yeah, of course. But I also love hearing it as well too. Like I love hearing the words "I love you" because then it's
I
just
love you. I love you.
feel.
I love you.
Gets me all silly inside and stuff and everything.
It gets you gooey inside.
I don't know, all mushy, and even though I'm not mushy.
Don't cuddle her. She will slap you.
I mean, I won't slap.
No, 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 no. Okay, sorry. So a friend of mine said, what is happening with my phone right now? Oh, this is not my phone. This is my iPad. He pretty much, oh, here it is. Duh, what's wrong with me? That sometimes love is hard to explain. It's hard to express in words. And where the hell is he? Bear with me one moment. You can like talk shit. Oh, here it is.
Says a title is just a title if both don't respect the meaning of the title. If someone just needs the title to feel good, then it's just a placebo pill. I agree.
Well, I don't think that you need a title to just feel good. I don't give a shit about a title, okay? I give a shit about the actions, but I want to know where I stand. That's what I'm trying to say. And
you know where you stand based on the action.
Okay, here's what my boy said. Okay. He said, emotions can be hard to put in words. Putting a label on something sometimes help people think they understand these emotions. Other people feel that these emotions speak for themselves, and that's all you need. But he said something also very important, that I think it comes down to people need to learn that they must connect with like-minded people and not just who they think they want to be with, which is absolutely accurate. And then I got into saying to him that the problem is that a lot of times people will fake who they really are in the beginning to get what they want.
That's true too, but then there are.
Oh, I need to put this filter on. Fuck that.
And then people that are real, that are not going to play a game and tell you exactly. You look crazy right now. You look like you're about to tell me my future. Like
Miss Cleoman. So oh my God, what did I? Here's the deal. In my opinion, I don't really care about the title. I care about how you treat me. But
I don't care
if title means that but I also want to know where I stand. So
you kind of yourself right now.
Well, that's why I'm saying that, because like you can't like, you kind of want to have a conversation with a person like, yo, where do you see this going?
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? And again, that depends on who it is. Like some guys or some girls, I just want to have some fun with.
Right.
And I don't care. For those people, I don't need a title. I don't need an explanation. But for some other situations.
We're talking about situations where you know in your heart that this person is for you.
Right.
You want to spend maybe forever with this person. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm not talking about the situations where it's just a fuck buddy and that's it.
Right, but that's the thing, that how do you know? Sometimes it's like, for you, it can be a fuck buddy and the other person might be catching feelings. That's why you need to just have a talk. Communication is key at the end of the day.
But then you see if the other person's catching feelings, and if you want to continue, then you continue with that person. But if you
have a talk. the talk is everything, communication.
Exactly. Because you don't, honestly, for me, I don't want to lead anybody on. I don't want to hurt anybody. That's not my intentions for anything, for anybody, for anything. So if I feel like the other person is starting to catch feelings more so than I am for them, it's either I'm going to have a talk with them or I'm just going to let it go. Just
Right.
because of the fact that, you know what, like, I'm not about to hurt you. I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm not taking advantage of anybody, nothing like that. So for me, it's like, if I feel like I need to let it go, I just let it go.
Right.
Without saying, oh, we're just friends and this is the title that we have. You know what I mean? Like, sorry.
Well, okay. So I guess,
I mean,
I guess we have that. Like, what?
you feel it based on the actions and their demeanor and the way that they present themselves with you and everything.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. I've had relationships that were like that, okay, I've had situations where like I met somebody, we started messing around, and then we ended up having a 5-year relationship.
right.
But there was a point where we had a talk because here's the deal. Like, you might be messing around with other people and you need to have that exclusivity talk at some point. The whole thing, hey, so are you seeing anyone else? So are we like, you know what I mean? I guess I'm going to the talk part. But speaking of,
Communication, because like I keep saying, communication is key to
yeah,
everything.
I've
Like,
literally said that like 4 times.
tell you. So, I'm so cute.
She snorts, ladies and gentlemen.
Understand where
Um,
and by discussing and even discovering by yourself. My opinion is that deep inside, everybody knows where exactly stands in a relationship. I completely agree. And hold on, someone has a question. And it's all in Arabic, so I can't read it. Never mind.
can somebody translate from hieroglyphics to like English? Okay, so I'm going to get into another topic that also has to do with that kind of in a sense because like I feel like um, well, it's a relationship based question, but it's the meme that I sent you, and it's pretty
Oh,
much the quote pretty much says this, huh?
it's relevant.
Yeah, it's relevant. So I'm going to read the quote to you guys, and the quote is this. Ladies, stop allowing men to take you off the market privately when they're still on the market publicly. And what that pretty much says is a lot of guys are trying to get you to be exclusive with them in private so nobody knows that you guys are like messing around, seeing each other, whatnot. Meanwhile, they're with somebody else and everybody knows about it. And how do we feel about that? Like, first of all, that's not fair. That's selfish as fuck. So
Right.
like, I've definitely had dudes try to do that with me, try to like keep me exclusive with them. And they were like all over the world.
Yes.
And they don't do it like in a way where it's like aggressively.
I've also had a situation where the guy told me he was single, but yet he was he was dealing with another relationship, not telling me. That I find wrong. But if the guy or girl is honest with you in the very beginning, they're giving you the chance to either stick it out or walk away. They're giving you that decision, like, for
You
you.
should have that decision. You should have, that should be like a respect.
There's a lot of guys that would take off their wedding ring or say that they're single and whatnot and everything
Yeah,
until put you in a position that you shouldn't even be in.
right. Selfishness, guys and
Yes.
girls, because this is not just a guy thing, like women lie too. It's like, here's the deal, like we need to like be honest. And another thing which I had written down but we didn't discuss, but I'm sure you'll be okay with talking about it.
Just because I love
But
you. See,
obviously.
I said it.
Communication. She said it. It's all about like we're too grown and too woke to be doing this shit. Like you guys need to respect everybody. Like we all need to respect the other person's time. We can't just bullshit because it's like I'm wasting your time 5 months while I'm fucking around with five other people. And that's cool, but maybe the other person would like to fuck around with five people too. Maybe, you know what I
Right?
mean? Like, why am I selfish?
Honesty is the best thing. Like, if
But why
I
be selfish about it? Like, why, if you are messing around with three other people, why can't you have the decency to tell me so that I could possibly keep my options open too? Because you are like
selfish,
afraid you're gonna lose me.
right? A lot of people are selfish and they just want it to be like, I could do whatever the fuck I want to do, but you got to stay at home and wait for me.
Yeah, fuck that. And you're home.
And meanwhile, this is 2020.
That's not what that's okay. And this goes back to something that I wanted to say earlier, that what I was talking about earlier, the title thing. So this is what I'm trying to say. A lot of times we feel something about someone, and I'm not saying, okay, you can have a crush on someone, you can
Right.
like them, you can have great sex, you can have a great friendship. They could show you, they could treat you to dinner and call you sweetie and fucking tuck you in at night, okay, and fucking eat your fucking ass right, and that's all great. And at the
Right.
end of the day, you said it yourself, they could hide a fucking wedding ring, okay, and they could hide a whole relationship, they could hide a whole fucking family. All
Right.
right. So my thing is that's why you need to have that talk, and that's why it's important, not
Yeah.
because somebody's insecure.
Absolutely nothing if the person is lying too. Like,
Of course, of
like,
course. But I mean, at least you knew that at least you know. You know how some people are like, well, you never asked. I've heard that too. I have
oh,
heard that too.
I get it, but at the same time, I remember me asking you, are you single? You know what I mean? Because nowadays, you don't know if the person's single with like a baby mama drama, single with any issues, everything like that. So he was like, yeah. Then all of a sudden, I get calls from his baby mamas and everything like that saying, oh, he lives with me and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, we're together for 2 years and he lives with me
Oh,
and he lives with her.
well,
So,
that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother ball game, girl.
you know what I mean? Like, I asked you. So for me, that's why I'm saying like a title
How
means
did
nothing.
you manage that? Like, how is that even manageable?
Well, that's when I was traveling a lot, like to the
Gotcha. So when you're not home that much, you can't.
so I can't like really like I can't really keep tabs, and I'm not the bitch to keep tabs on a guy. Like you, whatever you want to do, you're gonna do,
You keep
regardless.
tabs on me all the time.
I
I can't
know
even turn around. I swear. Like, I love the jealousy. I love the fucking passion.
you can't do
But
anything.
no, I can't.
I'm so the jealous type. You made me this way.
You made me crazy.
You made me this way. I have to blame you and only you.
And only you.
Thank you.
Yo, guys and girls, stop lying about shit. Don't waste my fucking time, yo.
Honest. If you're in a relationship and you want to fuck around with somebody else, give the common courtesies to the person and be like, listen, I'm with somebody, but I'm feeling you. So
I'm
maybe
in a
the
fucking I'm in an
what?
age where I will fuck you and your daddy. So don't fuck with me, okay? Don't fuck.
See, already cheating on me.
I'm just saying that I'm not, I'm just saying in somebody
Getting
else's shoes.
okay.
Well, the bottom line is um, people just lie, and people need to understand that if you're honest, you might even like, you might
I
get
get
what you really want. You might see the cool side of that chick or that dude that you think is going to be so like pissed off at you or whatever. Like if you tell them
I
the truth, no, be open from the jump. Tell them from the jump, like,
that
yo,
might be understanding and be like, you know, you're in a relationship, cool. Like at least now I know
I'm
where
married with 3 kids. Like, you too? Oh, cool.
to the whole Me Too movement. Yeah, but
Yeah, that's it.
but I mean, at least be honest and everything. And who knows? Maybe it'll
Yeah.
go, maybe it won't. But at least you're honest to the point where at least you give the other person the decision to either stick it out or walk away. Because if
Yeah.
I promise you, the lie is gonna come out eventually. It may
It's gonna
take
bite
months,
me now.
years,
Might
but
take
it
years.
will come out.
It will come out. It will bite you in the ass. You will no longer be trustworthy. You will literally just ruin everything because one lie will make somebody question everything you've ever said. It's sad, but it's true. It's happened to me. I know it's happened to other people by me, like because of me. It sucks. But
Right.
that's just what,
It's so hard to gain someone, at least from my experience, it's hard for me to actually trust a person, but it's so easy for me to like untrust a person too.
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's like a glass that's shattered.
Right,
It's
exactly.
hard to put the pieces back together. And you can, but it's like they'll never be as
It,
close as it was when it was solid.
right.
So
It'll,
you,
because no matter how bad the truth is, no matter how bad or anything, you should always tell the truth. And it takes too much work to lie. It
oh
really
my
takes
God.
work. Because then you got to remember the lie. You got to keep
Yeah,
the lie. And I
yeah,
promise
yeah,
for what I did 10 minutes ago. So, yeah.
yeah. I've definitely, I've lied, but I mean in the past, but I've never like held it
I
on.
find out.
I would never.
You can't
You're
even look.
too much, you're too much trouble for me to like lie to you.
Can't even die.
It's just too much work to try to lie to you because you will question my every shit, like my every fucking
I already,
facial expression,
I already
like my text. Why do you sound like that? Like I
I
couldn't even
do.
think about it.
For the people that I know her like the back of my hand. Even with the, just be like, hi. And I'm like, what's wrong?
What's wrong? And I'm like, oh man, I don't want to talk about it right now.
I,
um,
and she, like the same goes for me too. Like I could just say, hey. And she's like, what's wrong? I'm like,
I'm like, oh no, this bitch. No, I usually call because I'm like, oh man, this is not gonna end well. When she's mad, she's dry as fuck.
I'm just
She's
like,
like, I'm good, and you? Like, bitch, who the fuck are you talking to like that? Where's my love, my hearts, and my smiley faces?
so
Um,
how did you deal with the guy who lied to you about living with his baby mama? Well, we, um, it was a tough relationship for me, which I'm not going to get into details right now. Maybe that's a whole different topic. But when I found out, I was heartbroken. I'm not going to lie. And, and everything. And we ended. I was just like, I'm not doing this. Because had I would have known, maybe things would have been different. But the fact that you didn't tell me anything and I had to find out because your baby mama called me and showed me pictures of a closet with your clothes and I'm showing her pictures of a closet with your clothes. Like,
but
I'm not
you gotta give it to him. He had two closets full of clothes.
two, two closets. Like, bitch, you
Yo, do you think he had
don't.
duplicates? Do you think he had duplicates?
I don't think so. Because in my apartment, he had the better clothes. But that's besides the
Ooh, shots fired.
that's fire. But I mean, I ended it only because of the simple fact that we tried to make it work after and stuff. Like he apologized, but the trust was never there. Like I was just, questioning his every single move. I stopped traveling for a little bit for work because I'm like, I don't trust you.
Yo, I was in that position
And
where I
I told,
actually like,
mm-mm,
yo,
I am
I was in it makes you paranoid.
right,
It traumatizes you and you're not the same. And it hurts the person. And even if they stay with you, it's not going to be the same. If they leave, you've traumatized them and you've hurt them. You've wasted all this fucking time. I know
right,
it's hard because I understand it. Like when you meet somebody and let's say you're in a situation where you're like kind of breaking up from your relationship, right? But you're
right,
not broken up yet. So you're still involved. You still love the person. You're with them for a bunch of years or months or whatever the case is. And you meet somebody and you're like, holy shit, I really like this person, but
Right.
like I'm still in a fucked up situation because I don't want to hurt the person I've been with. But now you don't want to lose or scare away the person you're meeting right now because it's a fresh thing, it's a new thing, and you're like, fuck, I don't want to fuck it up. So
But
now I get that dilemma because that's something ultimately that you need to deal with on your own before you even approach the other person. So your responsibility is to kind of deal with your situation.
right. Listen, I've been in that situation and stuff, and like from my own experience, like I was ending a relationship, and then I met somebody that I liked, but I was honest. I was like, listen, I'm in this relationship. I'm not in a happy relationship. I'm not going to say it's happy. I'm actually thinking of walking out the door, but I like you. So if you want to see where it goes, cool. If not, I understand. But I'm letting you know what my situation is. Because at least it gives the other person, like, okay, so do I really want to stick it out? Do I really want to, like, so
Okay, yeah, I mean, you're right. And that's really good and stand up of you. But some people,
I'm
and
not saying
I'm not gonna say that they're shitbags because
I am.
I'm not gonna say that, no, at
Oh,
that point, because this is still the point where you're not into an actual second relationship, okay? This is the point where you're just meeting them. In that time frame where you're meeting the person and you realize that you have a big interest and you realize that your old relationship is no longer serving you, this is your time to shine and show that you're a good fucking person and not a piece of shit. And
right.
this is the time for you to go ahead and resolve the old one and then be honest about with the new person and be like, yo, I just am coming out, the relationship was dead for a while, da da da, whatever it is that is going on. But
Like, I'm
like,
happy or whatever it is. You don't need to go into details about the relationship. That you don't
if you
need
don't
to.
want to,
I mean, listen, if you want to talk about it, cool. If not, you don't have to, at least not in the very beginning. But but I feel that you should still be and be like, this is my situation.
right?
This is
I mean,
what
look,
right now. Not
things
like,
can get
oh, I got,
complicated.
and meanwhile, you got, I don't know, a girlfriend at home, a wife at another house, and shit like that. And
Whoops, I
you,
forgot about that.
oh my God, really? I forgot
Sorry,
about.
sorry.
But you,
Um, well, so humans, we're complex, you know, we're a little complex. And yeah, it's easier said than done in certain situations. I've been
right,
forgiving in a lot of situations as well as I've been a bitch, I've been forgiving, I've been on the other end where I was the asshole. I've been
100%.
everywhere. So I'm going to be honest about that. The more I grow, the less I the more careful I am with not hurting other people
Well, yeah,
because
I know
yeah,
what it's hurt, and I know what it's
yeah,
like to be somebody. So
yeah,
we're at that age where I'm too grown for games. I am
yeah.
too games. I'm too grown for bullshit and everything. Come at me direct. Be real with me. Be straight with me. Like, just everything off the bat. It doesn't mean come with me like after a day and tell me I love you and I want you to be my wife. I'm waiting for the ring from Josie, but that's a whole different conversation.
I didn't want this to come up, but yet somehow it did.
It always,
But
it
speaking
always.
of rings,
Why you got
no, but I wanted to say how. Meanwhile, where's mine though? But that
your
doesn't count.
mind first?
Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot. All right. So speaking of rings and marriages and stuff like that, like, and honesty, because we're talking right now about people who are in between relationships, fine. And
Right?
oh, are you honest about leaving one relationship, or are you honest about being in a relationship? Like, why can't we be honest about what we want when we're in a relationship or a marriage and we walk out on our relationship and go and cheat? Because honesty starts from the beginning, but it also can get lost
Right?
during the relationship. Like, where do we go wrong and we end up walking out on our relationships? Where's the honesty there?
Guys, it's because they're lacking something, like either
Yeah.
sexual.
I'm not asking why you're choosing to do it, why you're choosing to do it without saying something. Why aren't you talking about what you're lacking?
Maybe because they're scared. Maybe because they really don't want to leave their other half. But at the end of the day, they also want their cake and eat it too.
Right.
See if the grass is really greener on the other side.
Like, if you really do, if you want to fix things, though, you should probably talk about things. And then there's things, yeah, there's sometimes you can't work on things, blah, blah, blah. What?
You should, but there's a lot of people that don't. And like, that's why sometimes I do agree with the whole swinger lifestyle. Not because, not,
But that's an understanding between two grown people. That's fine. If you're a swinger, if you do threesomes, if you do orgies, I don't give a shit what you do. If you have an open marriage,
right.
you're
There's
in understanding.
there's an understanding and everything, and there's honesty.
Communication and honesty, yeah.
A lot of my friends have open marriages and they're happy because they know the boundaries, they know the rules and everything, but at the end of the day, like, they communicate with each other and they're just like,
Well, yeah.
this
That's
is
a different kind of relationship, you know?
that is a different kind of relationship, but that honestly, that's the kind of relationship I'm not like, because of all the
What are you trying to say? Do you trying to say that you're trying to go be a swinger now, like all of a sudden? You want to be
I
swingers?
thought we were gonna be in this together. We spoke about this, and all of a sudden you're acting like you don't know.
I spoke about orgies, not swinging.
Oh, so you want an orgy and not a swinger? So you want a gangbang?
No. Let's not get into that. Oh,
No,
what
I'm
happened?
gonna put you on the spot.
Can you really think I can be put on the spot?
Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. You know I could put you on the spot.
Not with sex talk, honey.
Do you know who you're talking to? Hi,
Do you know who you're talking to?
this is your wife.
Let's
Kev
not
said,
put our business out there.
yes, I'm waiting for that Zoom call.
I'm waiting to set up my Zoom.
Well, maybe you should
Probably
start doing
Friday,
that.
guys. We're going to do the Zoom call on Friday.
Perfect.
Or tomorrow if I get it together tomorrow, if you guys are free. But we can set up our Zoom talks later.
Yes.
Well, anyway, my advice for the day is be honest with whoever you're fucking with, whether it's a friend or whoever. Just be honest. Like, it just saves everybody drama, yo. Like, I
Right?
don't have time for this shit anymore.
Honestly, I understand we have all the time in the world right now, but I just don't have the energy for drama. I stay away from drama, and every time like drama tries to find me, I walk away. Cause I'm at that point in my life where I'm just like, I don't want no part of it. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
fight. I'm not gonna do anything. Like, you want to not be honest with me and be with somebody else and not communicate with me that you're with somebody else. You lost me. I didn't
Yeah.
lose you. You lost me.
It's your loss, not
Exactly.
mine.
Hey, you're a cat.
Hi. Hi. Oh, shit. The fuck?
Are you okay?
Sorry, a little fly.
Did you die?
But did you die? But did you die though? No, I didn't. So yeah, next person who tries to fuck with me, I will fuck your life up, yo. Don't come for me.
She is.
No, but really,
I am.
stop
So
bullshitting.
at you.
Stop
Guys,
bullshitting. Huh?
remember that time when somebody tried to come for you? And I was
Oh my God, guys. She's really a real one. She's a real one. It was really a funny moment. It was sad, but funny also. And
was
she stood her ground. She was like, yo, what did you say? And I was like, oh. This is fucking great.
Talking to you, I'm talking to her. I was like, if you
When
talk
you
to
talk to her, you talk to me. She is me. And I was like, that's when I knew.
how you know that I love you?
I knew it before that, but I kind of really knew it then.
Actions, right? The actions.
Yes, yes, yes,
I didn't
yes.
say it.
Huh?
I didn't have to say it.
Well, you did.
Didn't have to.
We always say it.
Yes, I know.
But but that's us. We both like emotion and we like actions and we like words. I think, there's nothing wrong with all of that. Expressing yourself.
Exactly.
We're like, it's one life to live, and you are with your people you love.
Exactly.
Express yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I know people like, I read something and it said like, because I always had this thing in my mind where like, if you love me, like I love hard,
So do I.
and I'm like all or nothing pretty much in general in my life. So, my thing was a lot of times in relationships or whatever, I didn't feel that the person was showing me that they love me the way that I showed them. I'm like crazy passionate. Like I'll just do some wild shit. So it's
All
like
out for you. Like if I
they
love
didn't,
all out for you.
right. But like they weren't showing me the same way that I was showing them, and that made me feel like they don't love me as much as I love them. But then like a few weeks ago, I read something that pretty much said you guys can both love each other the same way, the same amount, but it doesn't mean you're going to show each other the same way. It didn't say
Right.
it like that, but I'm high right now. So,
But
so pretty much that made me think, and I was like, yo, holy shit, this whole time I've been expecting the other person to show me they love me the same way I'm showing them, but in reality, you don't need to show me the same way
right.
to feel the same way.
Because I know that a lot of people say that I'm emotionless and stuff like that, and not the mushy kind, and I won't like cuddle and everything like that. But it's all because of past experiences too, my past relationships and everything. So, but if I love you, I love her. I go all out for you and everything. I may not like be
Well,
all
cuddling doesn't
no,
mean
talking about like, I won't be like all just mushy and all that every 4 seconds of the day. Call you up and tell you, oh, I love you. I mean, you're different because you whatever. Um, but yeah, like so for me, people may think that I really don't give a shit, but in reality, I do. But they show me, we all show each other in a different way.
right, absolutely. Yeah.
Where some people talk about it and some people shut down. You know what I mean? Until they figure out their own issues and everything. So everybody deals with everything differently. But doesn't mean
Oh,
that they
absolutely.
love for you as you have for them.
It's just that, when you're in a relationship with someone and you do certain things, like, okay, let me give you a stupid example, right? And this might be stupid, but it also might not be. So like, um, let's say like birthdays are like a big thing for me, but for you, they're not like, right? But it's like for your birthday, I want it to be special because like it's a big deal for me. And because on top of that, you're like my person. So like I need to make it big regardless. So I like shower you with gifts and throw you a party and like do this whole thing. But then it's like you don't really do the same for me on mine. You know what I mean? It's like,
No,
or if it's like certain little things that like add up and kind of at the end of the day make you happy or make you unhappy. And I feel like that,
I
yeah,
should always be a compromise. So like, no matter if you're capable or not, if you know that it's gonna make the other person happy, and you love the person, then
exactly.
bend a little and
Yes.
like, okay, I may not be big on birthdays, but my girl is. So
Yeah.
make her happy and like get her flowers and get her a cake and do this and make her day the most special day ever.
Right, exactly, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You need to do things that you might possibly not love for the person you love because they love, like if your person loves it, you do that for them. That's
Like,
just how it is.
if you're with somebody and you know that they love sports and stuff, and you don't really give a shit about sports, but you want to make that person happy, so
Yeah,
you go to like a basketball game with them
yeah,
or with them, just to make them happy, just to be
yeah.
like, I may not like it, but at the end of the day, I know you like it, so
You do things for your person. And well,
at least
that's why I was saying that with the whole loving the same way, because you might not do exactly the same thing. I'm not asking for that because that would be boring anyway. And that would be like not normal. We can't do the same things, but like I need a little bit of, if you have a tenth of my passion, that's probably enough. That's how like I am. So that's just
like
what I'm talking about.
you feel it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
I'm planning for my birthday, which is in July.
I have not forgotten that your birthday's July 25th and that you want to go to
Yeah.
places. And so we'll figure that out.
I'm just
We'll figure it out.
plan now.
What?
I'm just letting you know, plan now. You only
Oh,
turn
I'm gonna need like three more of these.
you only turned 22 like for the past God knows how long. Once.
Like 2 years. But that's cool. Well, I'm really happy that we got to talk about the fucking bullshit artists that have entered our lives. And not
I
only,
that's what you call a fuckboy.
yeah,
Someone
yeah.
there to like
Waste my time. Waste my
we're in
damn
quarantine,
time.
but I don't really want anybody to waste my time either on that.
Oh yeah, no, listen, quarantine has nothing to do. Quarantine can be like, so I fell off for about a month. I was going through my own stuff. I was like quiet, switching areas, territories, mindsets, kind of lost myself for a second. Um, so I'm really happy. I'm tapping into this. We're gonna go strong. We're gonna continue to go weekly and maybe twice a week or whatever we want to do, like to just keep going. Because I need this and you need this.
Yeah,
And
like guys, send us guys, gals, everybody, send us
yeah,
questions. We will keep them anonymous and all that. We won't say your name, nothing like that. If you need advice, that's what we're here for. And
yeah, we
Alana, uh,
yes, Josie Alana.
follow us
Thank you,
at
Phoebe. Josie and Alana, we literally like, how like people come out and they're like, I'm a relationship expert and I'm a dick expert. Okay, I don't know about all that, but yeah, we're really fucking good at this because we've had so much of it.
we have
So
so much.
we're really good at this.
Yes,
And you know how people like don't take their own advice but give the best advice? That's us,
that's
okay?
definitely
We've had like some crazy stories. We'll share stories with you too. But yeah, please, like relationships.
because we have
Um,
30 more seconds until Instagram wants to cut us off.
oh,
So
okay, okay. Love you. I'll talk to
I
you later.
don't forget, I'm gonna call you right now, actually. But
Josie and Alana, Josie After Hours, Alana Love. Follow us, love us.
love
You
us.
can hate on us too. I don't care. I'll read your hate mail.
I, I'll take it. No dick
I'll read.
pics, but send it to Josie.
I'll deal with the bad mail. I'm challenging you to send me some fucked up shit. I love you.
I
Bye, guys.